Hi, this is Chris McClune with Fire Apparatus and Emergency Equipment. I'm here at FDIC International 2016, and I'm standing with Chris Ferrara, who is the President and CEO of Ferrara Fire Apparatus. We're standing in front of a pump that is manufactured by U.S. Fire Pumps, and Chris, why don't you tell us about the relationship between Ferrara Fire Apparatus and U.S. Fire Pumps?
Well, first of all, we're really glad to be the master distributor for U.S. Fire Pump. U.S. Fire Pump was designed about 3 years ago and really just entered into the fire service about a year or so ago. It's the largest fire pump anywhere in the world for its pumping capacity. The pump, like you see behind us, actually flows about 5,500 gallons per minute from draft, and actually from a flow-through concept, we can actually get excess of 10,000 gallons a minute. So it's really the largest fire pump ever built anywhere in the world. So this pump actually holds the Guinness Book of World Records for fire pumps installed on fire trucks. So it's unbelievable the pumping capacity of this pump.
So the last time I spoke to you, we were actually in Germany at Interschutz last June. The whole concept of what you were doing and how you were working with U.S. Fire Pumps was still relatively new. What's changed? How has the Inundator concept been received by the fire service?
It's really been received fantastic. When you look at back a year ago when we had the first Inundator and unveiled it in Germany, we had a tremendous amount of interest there, but since that time we have sold quite a few of these units and actually have delivered quite a few of these units worldwide. So there is a tremendous amount of applications where this pump can be used for, not only from an industrial aspect, but also from a large municipal concept. But again, like I was saying earlier, to flow 10,000 gallons a minute, from a pressurized source is just unbelievable. So, but the interest has been great and sales has been good.
Has there been one application that has stood out more than others where the interest has really been?
When you look at the applications, you look at the interest. A lot of the interest has mainly been in an industrial application, but believe it or not, there's a lot of interest in the municipal, like I was saying. When you look at these large fires that are happening all around the world, you have to have a tremendous amount of water flow. So you can either bring 3 or 4 trucks, or you can bring one truck with one pumping capacity that can outflow all the other trucks. So it really makes a lot of sense from a budget standpoint and a knockdown standpoint of the ability to flow this much water. So, some people thought that, we couldn't really compete into the market, but we've done very well with it.
Well, Chris, we've moved over from the large pump that's capable of 10,000 gallons per minute from a pressurized source. We're now over to another new product called iraj that Ferrara is introducing at the show here. Why don't you talk about these two pumps and the unit behind it?
This is really a unique concept when you look at alternative water sources. We get into a lot of conversation with a lot of fire departments saying, well, our hydrants can't supply a large volume truck. So this is another complete package that you can look from an alternative water source to get water out of lakes or ponds or streams. So supply fire trucks, supply big pump capability. So when you look at these both submersible pumps, each pump's capacity is 3,200 GPM, about 43 PSI, but it's really a unique package. Not only is it developed in a pod concept, kind of a roll-off design system on the back of a chassis, in different pod concepts with the hose box concept and also your main engine-driven concept. But not only does it flow 3,200 gallons per unit, but the pod can be used from a USAR standpoint application, where we actually have a 185 Van air compressor that is driven hydraulically, flows 185 CFM, where you can run major air tools, jackhammers, air chisels, airbags. In addition to that, it's got a 30 kW hydraulic generator. So it's a multi-use application system. So we think that this will actually open a lot of new doors for us for USAR teams all around the world.
Now we're looking at this. There's some 12-inch line there, and the truck back there has got the hose inside of it. You manufactured the truck to carry the pod and the hose. Why don't you tell me about that and the hose retrieval system?
Yeah. So you look behind us. 12-inch hose. When you actually see 12-inch hose, it's really a huge hose with large couplings, 12-inch source couplings. So you get into a weight issue. So you actually have to have something to pick up this hose. So actually, when you look at the front of the hose box, it's what we call a hose retrieval system, where we actually can pick up the 12-inch hose going down the street as it's relayed back. so and puts it back up into the hose box. So this is really a neat concept. I think we're going to be in the forefront of a new era for alternative water sources. But not only that, you know, when you look at other pods that we can mismatch. So in a earthquake situation or a other rescue situation, we can leave the hose box at the station, put in another hose box that carries a lot of other rescue, heavy rescue equipment, so we can keep transferring different boxes and different pods, so to speak, for different applications.
Well, Chris, thank you very much for taking some time out to talk to me today. As I'm sure the camera has picked up, it's pretty busy. It's the first day of the show, and you know, FDIC always keeps everybody very busy. So, but if anyone wants to find out more about U.S. fire pumps, the relationship with Ferrara, and the new iraj system, how can they do that?
Very easily. You can go to usfirepump.com or go to the Ferrara website, one of the two. So, a lot of information there, a lot of video. So, it's a great resource.
Thanks again.
Thanks, Chris.